All right. Moving on to the greatest segment on this show. It's time for DIQUE.
DIQUE.
Man, you wanna start us off?
Um, DIQUE, the New York Yankees are considering cutting payroll for 2021.
What?
They have a lot of free agents. DJ LeMahieu, James Paxton is going to be a free agent. You have a lot of players that are going to collect arbitration money. Guys like Gary Sanchez, guys like Aaron Judge, Luis Severino set to come back at $10 million. Blah blah blah. And apparently, and I like I said in the previous segment, if I'm the Yankees and I'm seeing the Rays in the World Series, I'm gonna be like, Cash, you could do better with less money because look at the Rays. Just look at the Rays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the Yankees, this isn't a dique, this is a suggestion. Le voy a dar un consejito a los Yankees. I'm going to call it un consejito. I think it's time. This might be sacrilegious, and I feel bad saying it, but it's time. I think it's time that the Yankees just let Gary Sanchez go.
Oh my God. Okay.
Don't even offer him arbitration money. Just say, all right, listen, man, shake hands. I appreciate what you've done for the organization, but we just can't bring you back, man. Sorry. Or try to trade him. I don't know what you're gonna get for him, but I don't know.
You know, a couple. I would say, like, I think when we first started this podcast, I made a prediction that Gary Sanchez wouldn't be the future catcher of the Yankees. I'm a little late on that. I think I gave him like a year or two, and it's already been like 4 years since, or 3 years since. So I'm a little late on that. But yeah, I'm not convinced by Gary, man. He just seems like a guy that, if like, his brain wanders, like, I feel like he needs to be told focus. Like, you got to be told to focus, and I think you can't be a catcher with that type of mentality. Not his fault. Maybe he just is easily distracted, but you just can't be a catcher, man. You should be a DH.
I don't even know if I want him as a DH because the guy he can't hit, man. I feel like he's out there swinging as hard as he can at everything and hoping that he can make contact. Mm-hmm. But anybody could do that. I could do that. I could go up there and just swing as hard as I can and hope to make contact. That's not skill. You're playing a guessing game here. And for 3 seasons now, these are Gary Sanchez's numbers. In 244 games, 998 plate appearances. Let's call it 1,000 plate appearances. That's enough of a sample size, in my opinion.
Yep.
He's hitting exactly 200 with a 296 on base percentage. A 296 on base percentage in baseball is pathetic. Like, you could hit 200. You could be Aaron Hicks and hit 225, but you're going to have like a 370 on base. Fine, I'll accept that. There's value in that. You're on base. You're creating opportunities for runs. This guy has, in 1,000 plate appearances in 244 games, he only has 175 hits. That's fucking crazy. How many players do you know out there that are smacking 200 hits a season, and that's an elite player? At least give me fucking 170 a season. From a catcher, maybe 150 a season. This guy has 175 in 3 seasons, 175 hits. His OPS is 748, below 800. He's supposed to be a power hitter, a guy that hits homers. He has a below 800 OPS, a 453 slugging. I just don't think, I feel bad for this guy because I actually like Gary Sanchez. I bought a jersey, a number 24 Yankees jersey, because of Gary Sanchez. Maybe that's why this is what happened to him. Sorry, Gary. But I'm sorry, man. I don't think he's cutting it anymore. And I honestly think I agree with you. I think it's a mental block, and I think it's he's trying too hard or something.
Baseball is already hard on your psyche, like on your mentality. It's already a hard sport to play. Hitting is even harder than that. You throw on top of that I think if he struggles, it will just snowball into like the Yips version of whatever that is in batting. Mm-hmm. But I got to be honest, man. I don't know too many guys that when they're hitting good and they barrel up the ball and they put the ball 450 feet. I don't know too many guys that could do that. So there has to be a way to.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think that he's literally just swinging as hard as he can, because every time he barrels up, he smokes that shit.
Yeah.
But the problem is he doesn't barrel up very often. This season, In 178 plate appearances, he struck out 64 times. He has a 147 on batting average, a 253 on base. He's just a strikeout waiting to. He's just fucking.
Well, I
He's
don't
just
know.
winding back and swinging that shit as hard as he can. Like he's the Happy Gilmore of Major League Baseball, and maybe he can get on a stretch there where he can barrel up the ball every time he goes up to that bat and becomes Happy Gilmore, like a champion or whatever. But that's just not going to happen. Teams are going to outsmart your ass, and I feel like he's just easily outsmarted at this point because he's going out there and just swinging for the fences literally every time. Like you said, a guy like Aaron Judge, he knows that he can barrel up on the ball and he's going to hit it hard. They don't even shift on him because what's the point of shifting on him? He's going to hit it past it. At least do that, Gary, but he's not even doing that. It's a home run or nothing. Literally, that's all this guy is, and he doesn't even barrel up that often. I already said that.
Well, I don't know how accurate this is, but you know how when the season started, everybody was kind of like, "Oh my God, this doesn't really count. 60 games. I'm not even going to count this season. Whoever wins, I'm not going to count it." Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, DIQUE, Gary Sanchez took that in the literal sense and decided to completely take the season off, where he struck out more at a higher clip than he ever has in his career. I'm talking about Aaron Judge, Stanton proportions. So I think that's a good explanation right there why that guy pretty much just sucks now, like to the point where you won't even defend him.
I can't. I'm sorry. And again, I like Gary. I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything, but there's just no defending this at this point.
Well, according
by
to
the way, and when I said let go of Gary Sanchez, I don't even mean I'm not even going to be one of those Yankees fans that call into sports radio and bitch all the time and say trade Gary Sanchez and sign JT Realmuto, give JT Realmuto 25. No, I don't want JT Realmuto. I want him, but I don't think it's a smart move to make.
Yeah.
It's okay to have somebody whose job is just to be an efficient defender.
Yeah.
You want to keep Higashioka and sign somebody else to split time with? I'm okay with that. We don't have to have our lineup. Look at the Rays. Not every batter. Zunino is not a good hitter in the regular season. And look at what he's doing in the postseason. He might catch fire. You might have somebody that comes up in clutch moments or something. Not everybody has to be a fucking elite player in your lineup. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. That the Yankees only cared about okay defense, but just hit me double-digit home runs in the regular season. Look at Aldames on the Rays. He can't hit. Like
no.
that guy can't hit. He's there strictly for defense. It showed in game 7. He made like a diving play that I think turned the inning around for the Rays. That guy's in there just for his defense. So I always thought that about the Yankees, that they were all about give me the double-digit home runs. And the fact that Garrett Cole already said Higashioka is his starting catcher, I'm pretty sure he could catch everybody else on that roster too. So,
and look at Higashioka did more defensively than Gary did offensively for the Yankees. Some of the stops he made, I think it was Cole pitching maybe, were fucking incredible. Like he prevented I don't know how many runs from coming across the plate. Was it Cole? Somebody kept bouncing balls. Maybe it was Jordan Montgomery.
I think it was game 5 where Higashioka Garrett Cole was pitching, so he started catching, and I think it was when they brought in like Zach Britton.
Oh right, it was Britton kept bouncing balls and he kept stopping them.
Yep.
So it's okay to have efficient defenders. If nothing else, it's important because again, look at we keep mentioning the Rays. The Rays defense could have won that series for the Rays, and the Astros' defense could have cost them the series, like you said with Altuve. So you have guys, Giancarlo Stanton when healthy this season was a beast, and I only hope that he can stay healthy and he can continue playing like that, because if he plays the way he played this season, when healthy, he'll win over Yankees fans. The problem is he has to stay on the field. You have guys like Aaron Judge, same story. You have guys like Gleyber Torres, move him to a position where he could do better. Great player. The team is filled. Gio Urshela, the team is filled with talented players. Like already, you could write out a lineup with 7 hitters that an opposing pitcher is going to be afraid of. Make the next 2 guys like just defensive guys or something, or guys that are just going to put the ball in play or whatever. You don't have to have every single player be a fucking home run or nothing type player.
Preach,
but
brother.
this isn't about the Yankees.
Preach.
Let's move on to the next DIQUE.
Well, we touched on it before, but Jose Altuve clearly had the yips in the Rays series. DIQUE, it's because DIQUE. I don't know. I heard from somewhere. A little birdie told me, but I can't even tell you who it is. The guy's life is in danger. We know how MLB gets down. But DIQUE, the Astros are still cheating.
Ooh.
We don't know how, but we saw the results, man. Altuve smacking home runs. George Springer swinging at the first pitch, smacking home runs. Carlos Correa smacking home runs.
Carlos Correa calling his shot.
Yeah.
Because he told Dusty Baker, I'm going to walk it off here. And then he did.
Yeah. Just let me know when that fastball's coming right up on the zone. And let me.
And there was a player, DIQUE, there was not a player, a person shouting through like a megaphone, Astros cheated or some shit. Maybe that was like a ploy. Like, oh, here's our new cheating scandal here.
In plain sight.
In plain sight. We're just gonna, it's like when you rob a bank and you hide all the money like in a really obvious place because nobody's gonna think to look there.
Yeah.
They put this guy out there, DIQUE. They put this guy out there and told him to shout on the blowhorn or whatever you call that shit anytime there was going to be a fastball called, and that's how it happened. DIQUE. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
That's just what I heard.
It's just crazy how me and you heard the same thing from two different people, man.
Yeah.
So there's some truth to this.
Maybe that little bird came here and then he went, east.
Yeah.
To you. DIQUE. Dave Roberts believes that this is the year for the Astros. He's calling, he's predicting it for the Dodgers.
Okay.
DIQUE.
Wow.
What do you think?
What a take. I mean, that Dustin May decision could have backfired on it, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
DIQUE, he might be right though. Obviously.
DIQUE, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, when he said this after yesterday's game.
And during the celebration, this is our year. This is our year.
Why not say that? Why? See, I feel like things like that hold more weight when you throw that out there like earlier in the year or something.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like you're going to the World Series. I would hope that it's your year. Like you have a 50-50 chance at winning this.
I don't know.
Favorite,
yeah, right. 50-50.
You're probably favored to win this series. So I would hope that this is.
They are they're 2-1. That's the odds.
Wow.
Favorite 2-1. DIQUE. We already said that. Never mind. I was gonna say DIQUE, Bellinger's shoulder popped out during a home run celebration.
Well, we didn't say that in DIQUE, but you could.
Well, I just did, man.
So, according to Trevor Bauer's agent, DIQUE, Trevor Bauer no longer committed to only 1-year deals.
See, this is the type of shit why people get pissed off with Trevor Bauer, because he said when he becomes a free agent, he will only commit to 1-year deals, as if to say, like, I'm not going to just collect all this money and stay with one franchise, blah, blah, blah. And now he's saying that he's open to all offers. So Trevor Bauer, fuck up, man.
Yeah, seriously, man. Just make up your mind. And guess what? You don't have to give your opinion and voice your jokes and all this shit for every little thing, man. Sometimes just keep it to yourself. Maybe stay off social media for a little while. DIQUE, travel somewhere without the intention that you might sign with that city's team or whatever, Stop doing it, man. Because the day that you fail, everybody's gonna be on your ass, and I guarantee your answer is gonna be like, "Guess what? I get to wake up tomorrow and play baseball. You guys don't." Like,
Yeah, he reminds me of like if John Rocker. I know he's not a racist. I think potentially he's not a racist, but like if John Rocker had, I know, right? Myself here.
There's no way a lot of people know who that guy is.
Nah.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Well, I mean,
maybe look him up, guys. Google. That's what God made Google. John Rocker. If John Rocker had social media, he'd be Trevor Bauer. Like, he just could not stop talking shit. Like, this guy just cannot stop himself. And that's all I have to say, man.
Yeah. Any other DIQUE hot takes?
Man. I don't have any more, man. I just hope I
got one more.
Yeah, hit me.
So DIQUE, you notice. I don't know if you noticed, but there's no fans in any major sport except for some football games and actually the Dodgers and Braves games. We could agree that sports took a major hit because of the lack of fans in the stands.
For sure.
So as if this sport couldn't afford anything to go wrong with it, since it was already down from previous decades, boxing apparently took such a big hit from not having fans in the arenas that That's the reason you're seeing Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. and you're seeing Pacquiao versus Conor McGregor and you're seeing, you know, Mayweather versus Logan Paul, who isn't even a boxer. I don't know how Mayweather.
Wait. Mayweather's fighting Logan Paul?
Yeah, I think he is.
The YouTube guy?
DIQUE. Yeah, DIQUE. He's fighting him. DIQUE.
That might be the only time in my life where I'm going to root for Mayweather.
Yeah, me too. But I almost kind of wish that it all backfired on both of them and they didn't get paid a dime because they're literally just doing this for a paycheck. I mean, obviously, but
Wow.
DIQUE.
I feel like I feel like that's bullshit because boxing makes their money from pay-per-view, right?
Well, that was a DIQUE take, so
well,
know, I heard that
you heard
this sport needed to pull it out of their
I
ass.
Understand.
You know,
I got you. I got out of
to pull that rabbit out of the hat.
My DIQUE brain ran away. Will you be watching the Tyson fight? I kind of want to watch it.
I will be watching it, but I hope that, you know, sorry for whatever FBI agents listening to this recording. Me and the people that decide to watch it that day can find some sort of free link. I don't feel like giving money to this shit. This is just a cash grab. Like I don't really feel like giving money to this shit, but I do plan on watching it. Yes.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it too, but I don't know, man. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, man. Maybe you're onto something here. Maybe you're onto something here.
For sure.
But I'm looking up this boxing legend Floyd Mayweather and YouTube star Logan Paul reportedly in negotiations over their heavily rumored exhibition super fight. That almost seems like it's irresponsible. This puny fucking little.
It does, but you can get Mayweather to do anything. I have a feeling that this guy's going to be bankrupt at some point.
How? This guy has more money than God,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, but I've seen the way he spends his money on orgies and fucking stupid, ridiculous cars and eating at the Malecon and shit. Like this guy spends a lot of unnecessary cash, and I feel like he can end up bankrupt. And I also, it's just sad that he will literally move for money. Like he could come back and fight anybody. He's might be fighting Logan Paul. By the way, Logan Paul has been fighting random other YouTube stars, I think. And
I saw that too.
I haven't watched any one of them. I feel like
that
guy sucks. So whatever,
he's annoying as hell.
Sucks. Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of sad that Mayweather is willing to put his name on this and fight for money. Obviously, it's for money, but
this is like totally off topic here, and it's gonna maybe offend some people. But in my opinion, Floyd Mayweather, I hated his fights. They were always the boringest fights ever. There was like zero action, and I know that's kind of his bread and butter is that he's an elite defensive fighter or whatever. But it's almost like baseball, like that in my opinion hurt the sport a little bit because it made it less like I never wanted to spend money on a Mayweather fight because I hated them. I couldn't stand them, man.
Yeah.
Whereas a guy like Pacquiao was a free swinger. The guy was like all action, so he was super entertaining. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That fucking Mayweather.
You just reminded me. I almost forgot this even happened, but you reminded me of the Pacquiao Mayweather fight and how boring that was.
Oh my god!
After all that waiting,
and that's the problem.
I remember how I got because ready that day for the fight. Here,
I can't wait. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, but that's the problem is that they passed their prime and then they decided to fight each other. It's like, why do you keep hyping this shit up? Like, you guys should have fought each other 5-10 years ago when you were both at the top of your game. Now you're fucking Pacquiao had already been knocked out by the time. Didn't he get knocked out by the time he decided to fight Mayweather?
Oh yeah, Pacquiao already had like 4 losses under his belt by the time he
it was bullshit, man. And that's what I hate about boxing is that whole promoter shit. I feel like they should remove it and turn it more into a tournament, if anything else. Like, I don't know how you fix boxing, but remove the promoters out of the whole thing. That's what I would do.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, we're off topic here. So that's it for now. By the way, I think we've decided on a name change.
Yeah.
Are we going with it back to back?
I like it.
All right. Why did it take us so long, man? That's such a simple name.
I overthink things. You might overthink things a little bit.
I definitely
self-doubt definitely plays a part.
For sure.
The economy and the coronavirus definitely played a part, you know.
Yep. Damn you,
I'm a Red Sox fan, and it's taken me a while to get out of this hole that they dug us into this year. I've had to fight a lot of people in the street. I've had things thrown at me when I wear my Red Sox gear. So,
whatever.
You know,
You
I'm not saying that's an excuse, but you'll get yours. You'll get yours, man. We Yankee fans.
I mean, we're one championship in 20 years. That's all I need to say, man.
Yeah.
It's pathetic. But we almost went with Los Primos Hermanos.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Good restaurant name.
Yeah, I started thinking about it, and then I was like, people are gonna think this is like a Breaking Bad rewatch podcast or something. Good idea for a future podcast, maybe. I love that show. But we're gonna go with back to back, I think. So
back to back.
Look out for that. I think we're gonna launch that in January with our Esquina network, and that's it, man. That's all we got.
That's it. Follow me on Twitter. Oh,
we made our predictions, right? Yeah. I went Rays, you went Dodgers. All right.
I went Dodgers. Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead, man. Sign us off. Take us home, man.
It's funny. Usually you do this part, and the first time I decided to speak out, it's like maybe this is the guy telling us, "Nah, man, keep it the same way." But let me see if I can do this. Follow me at Twitter at Hova Mojo. Follow my co-host Manny at Twitter at MannyGo3.com. Nope, no .com. Just kidding. Follow the show at WT the Show on Twitter and IG, which is IG, which is Instagram. But most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where we're mostly focused on these days. Up to 104 subscribers. Be the 105th.
And be the 120th. Like just smash it, man.
Spam that shit. Send it to your friends. Create accounts for them. All that shit. That's
hire a bot. How about hire a bot and
spend money. Spend money on this shit.
On our behalf.
All right, man. That's all I gotta say. Let's go Bills. Peace out, Manny.
I have no rooting interest anymore. Let's go Rays.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.